Hello everyone, I am RexRed and I am back with another EZ3DTV tutorial. And we are back indeed. Today we are working with a new product made by RiverSoft Art, and it is called Hat Check. And I have not done my homework. So we are walking into this. I haven't even opened it up and tried to use it, but I did watch the tutorial on it. So we're at least part of the way through here. And this is the product here. We go here to Daz Studio. Oh, we're going to go back here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the right thing here. This, Daz Studio. And it is called Hat Check. Hat Check. H-A-T-C-H-E-C-K. And this is the one for Genesis 9. If you want to buy it for Genesis 8 or Genesis 3, that is up to you. I believe it works for both male and female figures. It doesn't seem to have any kind of indication that it does. It says compatible figure Genesis 9. It would for Genesis 9, but for Genesis 8, would it? I don't know. So, all right. This is the product here, Hat Check for Genesis 9. If you just type in Hat Check at the store, it's $25 right now. I got it for about $10. Okay, and it is probably a game changer. Yeah, there are ways to do this with Mesh Grabber. I've been doing it for years. If this works like it seems like it does, it's a big time saver, okay, for hats, okay? I don't use a lot of hats, but I think this is kind of interesting. This is called Hat Check. Have you heard of Hat Check yet before? If not, I'm here to tell you about it. That's what I do. So we have to put a Genesis 9 figure into the scene. Let's do it. And this is going to help you with hair with hats, especially I think women, female figures. People put hats on female figures quite a bit. You get your occasional cowboy hat for Genesis 9, and so there's a myriad of reasons why you might, and there's also capes, okay? When you have a cape and you would like the hair, it can save you a lot of time to pull this hair in. How does it work? I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit leery about this because I'm just not sure how it's going to work. So let's go now, put some pants on our figure. Let's turn him into a man. Yes, you are a man. And so we do that. This is my Nego figure. And once we get a man, while we're waiting, I'm going to have a drink of some water. Let's pause my sound. So you don't have to hear me gulping. All right, now we can put some skin on our figure. So that, and I think we'll put a pose on it so we don't have to look at them standing in this really rigid, kind of terrible state. And we're going to play with some hair. This time I'm going to try and do all kinds of hair and not just like go right into a scene, like do one little thing. Last time, I apologized in the last video. I planned to show like a lot of examples, and you had to wait 5 hours for me to actually do it. So we're going to try to do this here. Okay, these are my poses. Oops, those are hairy parts. This is the poses. Let's find a pose. All right, I don't think it matters. We're just going to get a walking pose because he's going to be in a lot of different, we're going to be using different kinds of hair and things like that. Hair. Okay. And we'll turn him so he's looking at us. Now let's find some hair. Okay, we're going to find some hair, and then we're going to find a hat. Okay, I'm going to try. I'm not going to be too particular. Oh, some of this Megan hair. Let's see. Does it really matter? Okay, so because this would tuck in pretty good. I don't know how this program works with is it just strand-based hair? Is it just a certain kind of hair? I'm kind of a little bit hesitant. Okay, we got to find a hat. All right, so he's got wild kind of wild cowboy hair. So let's go here and find a hat. Yes, a hat. A hat, a chef's hat. Okay, how about let's find a cowboy hat, something to kind of redeem this. All right, we go here. Somewhere there's got to be, this is a prop. Okay, that's a prop. And that worked okay. So what we got? What do we got? All right, so we have now a Genesis 9 figure. So what we're supposed to do is select the hat and the hair, okay? And I don't know if we're supposed to do that in a particular order, but this is what we did. All right, so now we're going to try and do this process. And we are looking for something called hat check, and there it is, utilities. Hat check for Genesis 9, hat check geometry for Genesis 9. I think it's just the hat check one. All right, let's try it. Just run it and see what happens. It's not in the default figure pose and shape. Okay, 0 figure. I guess we have to do this in a 0 pose. Okay. So it's going to 0 my figure. Anytime. Let's see what we've got. Nego never looks so nice. All right. How is this going to work? Is this just going to be easy peasy, like you just do it and we're all done, the hair's tucked in, and then we do the rest kind of thing? Or now it hasn't complained and said that it's the wrong kind of hair. Maybe it's just going to lock up Daz. That's a possibility. Just trying to put it into a 0 pose. I don't know. Come on. Come on, come on. It probably is. We are asking too much of it. So I think we're going to end up having to restart this. Now, this is supposed to when you go to do this process, it's supposed to take a long time. Hopefully my graphics card and my PC can make some short work of this, so we're not like here all day waiting for it to And then you have to buy the hat. Looks like it's overloading. I think it is. I think so, Michael. I think it's overloading. Yep, because it should have just gone tweak and put him back into his pose. So I don't think, and I just restarted my computer, so, you know, I don't think it's going to work. So we're going to give it 10 more seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, bye-bye. All right, we try this again. All right, close the program. Close it. Okay, open it back up. I should have probably, like, saved it. All right. I could have just done an undo and undone that pose, you know. All right, put this guy back in. Let's not take all day doing this. We'll save it. We won't put him in a pose. All right, so I guess the pose can change the geometry to some degree. I'm not sure, you know, exactly why it can't be done in any pose. So, but let's see. We're just not going to think about that. I'll think about that tomorrow. All right, so we put some pants on, and then we put him in we can put him into a shape. We just can't put him into a pose. So let's see now. Shape. And this is a shape. Why is the subdivision on our figure? The subdivision, your subdivision is used, Michael. I'm not sure exactly what is the subdivision? I'm not sure. Oh, it wouldn't be that high, okay? Because this is just the regular Genesis 9 figure. It's probably only like 3 at the most, so I'm sure it's probably not that high. So I'm not sure why it did that. This is hair. We're going to go back with this hair again just because. All right, and then we got to find our cowboy hat again. And as soon as I get the hat on, we'll save it so I don't have to do this again. It could be as simple as, like, when I restart my computers, my hard drives kind of have to wake up. I have, like, 24 terabyte hard drives and all. So it could be something as simple as that as well. It doesn't have to be Daz Studio's fault. I just had some Windows updates that were pretty terrible. Okay, hat. We're going to find a hat. Cowboy hat. Where's my cowboy hat? Okay. There it is. Okay, we put that on. Okay, we're going to save this file. Save as. Scene. We're going to call this hat check. How original. There we go. Now let's see how this thing works. So we got to go and select the hat and select the hair. I don't know what order we're supposed to do that in, but I'm just going to select them and see if this works. I don't want to install. Okay, hat check for Genesis 9. Figure is not in the default pose and shape. This will cause errors. What do you want to do? Cancel. Okay. Oh my Lord. Let's go to parameters. The default and shape. This is terrible. Okay, so currently used. We'll just go down to here. Okay, so apparently it's got to be done in base masculine. Okay, that didn't change. Evar body. Okay, let's just delete this again. This time. All right, let's try putting skin just so that we can get an error message saying, oh, no, we forgot to tell you. You could have just zeroed the figure. Yeah, I know, but I just didn't want to have it kind of not zero right. Okay, we are going to put pants on. I hope they don't mind that we put on some clothes. Current bitrate is lower. Okay, then I don't know. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, I am going to pause syncing here for 8 hours. Go away. All right, we're going to put a bathing suit on. Here, clothing. All right. Now, let's give the figure some hair. All right, files, hat. We'll go with the hat first. This is why I should like try these things out before I try to make a video of them. Just kind of, it's just an overthought. It's just a thought. And we go here, and now let's get the Carol Brady hair, Megan hair. I guess this is it. But Mike, okay, let's see. Hair. There it goes. Yay. Now let's going to save this. All right, that and that. So, all right. Now we go to, we get rid of the hat thing, go to products, default. So that's what it was trying to do, is redo the shape. Okay, default. All right, there we go. And we come here to utilities. Utilities. All right, so we check this. Figure is not in the default pose and shape, or not at the origin. What do you want to do? Let's try and zero the figure. Do nothing. What happens? Okay. All right, we got a box on their head. And so how do we move? Movement. Tool controls, okay. Movement X, okay. Rotation. Okay, that moves the box. And we scale, where's scale? Okay, we'll use the cube. And we're going to scale the cube, okay? So this is rotation, okay. How, you can't use these, all right. Camera. The way I remember longitude and latitude is longitude, like, sounds like the word long. And that's the way up and down the earth, okay? Longitude, okay? So that's how I remember it. So this would be up and down the earth, okay? And this one would be latitude, or lateral, okay, around the earth, okay? And this one would be radius, which would be, I guess, in and out, all right? So, ay. Okay, so we're going to move this Y, move it up some. And which one is scale? Okay, scale is this way. Flatitude. I need a better flatitude. I need to have a better flatitude about things. Right. So, all right. Now, it looks like we kind of got it. We don't need it that high. Maybe that has something to do with it. Now, this right here, opacity, hat opacity, okay? I think the opacity is fine. What I'm looking at for is something called options, okay? Fuzziness. Okay, I think we're going to leave fuzziness alone. I think we can still kind of add some to it. And feather. Feather is at 2, okay? So we're going to leave that there. Now I just want to go this longitude and make sure it looks right, about right. Let's move this up a tiny bit. Why? All right, movement up. We'll go up a little bit more. Okay, how about that? Yeah, all right. And now, okay, we go back to the longitude. Okay, and now I guess we just go accept and see how. Now what's going to happen is we're going to end up with this big poofy thing in the back because it's going to pull it way in but then leave this way out. So, but I don't think, you know, this would take me a good while with Mesh Grabber to stuff all that into the hat, like quite a while, or I'd draw a square around it and like chop it all off, okay? But I'd still have this problem of it sticking out. So let's just click accept, cross our fingers, say a prayer to your favorite saint or something. I don't know. All right, it's doing something here. Now that was pretty fast. Okay, guess what it did? It treated the hat like it was the hair. So can we undo this? No, there's no undo, folks. So that was pretty. So obviously I selected the wrong thing. It worked, but it took the hat and thought the hat was hair. This is kind of interesting because it means that you can take just about anything maybe and have it, I don't know, like conform to the body. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly, but this could be a useful tool. Yeah, it does look good. It's amazing. So it's my fault. Okay, so users, let's open the user's manual. PDF, yay. And let's find out what thing we have to select first. Okay, I don't need to know what's new, Adobe, not right now, okay? I'm trying to learn something. All right, quick hair morphs, okay. Hat check creates 2 morphs for the hair. 1 using the label, blah, 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 blah. 2 scripts for creating the morph, morphs, okay, which you can see. This is how I read things, like read right over. Okay, select the hair. Okay, so we select the hair first. Then we select the hat. Okay, so let's put the hair on. Hair. Okay, we'll go back to this hair. We select the hair. Yo, Rex, glad to see you're still streaming. I am. Welcome, people. Welcome, Michael and Admiral Snapbar. And we have Art here tonight. Art was the first one to arrive on the scene. Yes, and now Chaotic Diablo. Very nice, people. Very nice to have you here. So we are looking for a hat. Hat. Okay, so once we find the hat, did I go buy it? I think I did. All right, let's go back up here. I just zoomed right by it. I think, yes, I did. Right here it is. Okay, so we have to select the Genesis 9 figure and put the hat on the figure. Okay, I don't think I put this hair because it's not parented there. So I just put it in the scene. It's not even attached to the figure. That would help. Okay, so we're going to go back here to the hair and put it on the figure this time. All right, so we select the hair first. Here we go. Please, people, leave a like on my video. I need likes. They are the commodity that makes the world go round here on YouTube. So we select the hat, hold the control key, select the hair first, hold the control key, then we select the hat. And then we go into our hat check for Genesis 9. Figure is not in the default pose and shape. The figure is not in the default shape pose. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. We're going to save this. And I'm going to try to let it put the figure into the default shape. It's like, really? We have a Genesis 9 figure put right in here in the default shape of Genesis 9. How default can you get shape-wise? I haven't changed the shape. I haven't changed their position. I haven't changed any morphs or whatever. Okay, so, okay, zero figure. Now, this is going to take an hour to do probably. So, yeah. Open up the hair and not the scalp. You select the hair and then the scalp, okay? Let's go back. Do I still have this PDF? While we're waiting for it to do that, start the hat check. Select effect volume type, okay? So it doesn't say that it's, it needs to use the default figure shape in the default pose. On script, it will temporarily turn off all shape morphs and zero the pose. After the execution, the shape and pose will be restored. Oh, okay. See, this part doesn't work. I really have to do a reinstall of Daz. I just have so many apps and so many things that have changed Daz. And when they do an update, they don't really update everything, and they leave all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot of different C++ stuff and all this crazy stuff. And yeah, I have to do a reset of Daz. Maybe things will start working right again. So it's seeing morphs that are probably have been installed and okay, so this isn't going to work. Okay, so I'm not waiting for this. Control-Alt and hit delete. Task manager. End task. Goodbye. Go away. All right, come back. All right, we'll reload that last scene. New. Okay, hat check. Create this. Would you like to save changes? We'll look in and see if there are some morphs on. I'm not going to let it reset the morphs. It's, you know, I don't know what's going on here. It's over my head. Okay. Now we're going to check the scalp and then the hat. Then we go here, default, to products, and okay, hat check, utilities, hat check for Genesis 9, do nothing. Okay, let's try this. Now, okay, we have this longitude, latitude thing. We're going to go Y. We'll bring this down some. Okay, about there. We will scale it like about this. And then we will go latitude around and see if it's covering everything. And we got to go down a little bit more. We'll go longitude. Okay. We'll bring the cube down a little bit more. Okay, we'll go up one more. Okay. And then we'll go back longitude. And, okay, we're going to go scale. We will go Y. And bring the scale down a bit. Okay, and then we're going to click accept. Let's hope that this time, look at that, did. So this didn't work. Slightly kind of off a little bit. It's a worse job than my mesh grabber would have done. But that's maybe because of this whole issue with... Okay, so let's... Since there's no undo as well, redo, undo hat check, okay? And it just undid the whole scene. So new, let's bring back our figure and try just a different hair. Would you like to save changes? No. So I really can't blame this program. Because my Daz is kind of about to die because I've got so many things installed in here and it's just... And what I've got to do, maybe I'll do that tonight, but I have to, Jay made a video about how to just completely uninstall Daz. All right, let's try a different hair, okay? So obviously that hair didn't work, okay? So let's try a different hair. Let's make sure we have a strand-based hair. I think that was strand-based, but I'm not sure. this looks like strand-based hair. Okay, let's not put it on the hair, but let's put it on the figure. All right, which one is going to be this one? No, I don't think that's strand-based hair because, and I'm not sure that it has to be strand-based hair, but that doesn't look like strand-based hair. So let's make sure we get strand-based. I think it requires strand-based hair, but I'm not sure. But something about the vertices and all of this stuff, and oh, this is the wrong one. I kind of was just hoping it would like work with everything, and you know, that's just asking too much of these conversion products that are out there. It's just, most of the time, in my opinion, they just don't work. So it's a nice idea if it actually worked, but it works on very, very specific things. And let's go towards the end here more. Let's see, Xander Hair. Okay, I think this is strand-based hair. This is my Jesus hair. Okay, so okay, we'll just keep clicking you until you go away. All right, so then we select the hat. We select the hair first. We go here. Hat check for Genesis 9. All right, let's go to parameters and make sure that there's not some kind of shape hiding in here. Okay, we'll go here to parameters and go to currently used. Okay, eye look out. Okay, what are these? Let's turn them off. All right, navel, we'll turn that off. Not sure what these are, but, and mouth realism, we'll turn that off. And okay, those are currently used. Okay, everything's off. And what about this focal point thing? Okay, well, all right. And render sub D, let's just turn that off. Okay, and now we'll see if this works. The curls. Let's bring this down and see. Yeah, that looks kind of looks like strand-based hair, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we now go back here to this and we select, okay, we make sure we have the hair selected, then the hat, and go here, 0 figure. Whoa. Figure is not in the default pose and shape. If the figure is not in the default pose, shape, pose, or not at the origin, this will cause errors in the morphs. We're going to do nothing because I'm not waiting for an hour for it to do this. Okay, so we're just going to, we'll raise the box up a little bit more. Let's just do it, accept it. I don't care what it does. Let's see what it does to the hair. The last one went really quick. This one's going like it's sort of doing something maybe right, but let's not jump the gun here. Okay, this worked. It worked like kind of perfectly. Yeah, that did. And now you can see that the hat is actually was made to be a little bit too big so that the hair could fit under it. So we could take the hat. We don't have to take the height off of it, but we could take and go off of the longitude. Yeah, it worked. So we go X. Okay, that's not working. Z. Okay, let's hat. Why didn't the hat work? Let's try the hip. The hip of the hat. Well, that certainly didn't work. All right, what's wrong? Why won't the hat? Okay, maybe there's a move up, down, rotate front, scale all. Okay, I guess all we get is a scale all. And that's all we're allowed to scale. Unless we turn off the, do we have poke through already? So what we'll do is we'll hide the hat and we'll see what happened. That's what happened. This is what happens when you don't take off your hat for a long time, like years, okay? Give your head a rest, okay? So, let's see. Move up and down. We can kind of set that on their head a little bit better. And look at that. That worked. Yeah, it did. It did. And now what happens if we give him some shape? Let's go to our Genesis 9. Okay, let's give him some shape. Excuse me. Okay, he's got his Jesus hair. It's too bad it's not one product for all versions instead of 26 for each version, or a bundle would have been nice. I got it down to about $10. See, now that looks pretty good. Let's see what we got now. His little bright shiny blue bathing suit is kind of cool too. Now this is the whole thing is like they say, well, don't use after you're done. You can't use dForce. But let's just try it with dForce and see what happens. Okay, so it says that it'll blow up. Oh, it'll blow up if it's going through the head. So, yes, your bathing suit is very pretty. I like it. So, let's change the bathing suit now. All right, where's the marching bathing suit? Okay, there we go. And so, yep. There it is. All right, so we're just going to keep on going now. So what we've got to do is undo the bathing suit. We got to undo the shape. Okay. Undo the pose. Anytime. Okay, it's thinking. It's like, I'm thinking, please let me think. So I assume as long as your figure is in the original pose. Okay, I think this is still, we got him out of the pose, but I think he's still in the male shape. So we got to go Z. And that, I think, is back into the female shape. I do believe so. All right, so what we're going to do is delete the hair. We're going to keep the hat. And the hat, we're going to take and set it back to its original morph. Okay, okie dokie. And let's try a different hair now. So we got to select Genesis 9. Let's just not worry about if it's what kind of hair. Okay, Voss Hair. Well, yeah. All right already. Let's see. We got Voss Hair, and then we're going to go with the hat. And then we go here with our hat check for Genesis 9. And I'm just going to say do nothing because we know what happens when we do something. And now here we go. And we're just going to go like this. And we're going to click accept. And see what happens. Now there's a way, because if you noticed it went into the scalp, okay, and it was like actually under some parts. If you just give it a little bit of, there's a way to make it so it doesn't go into the scalp. And then if you do that, yes, it was scaled back in its quality, so the F2 looked even better. Okay, look at this. See, so this works, except this kind of looks a little puffy in the back, but you could push it in. So look at that, people. This is a game changer. It's like, so the thing is now when we hide the hat, it's embedded down into the scalp. It's gone in too far. So let's take off the Voss Hair. Oops, we just deleted both the hat and the hair. Okay, we're going to delete the hair. We'll turn the hat back on. All right, and what we're going to do is try to figure out how... We're going to try to figure out how to get it so maybe we could use that same Voss Hair as a... Okay, we have to select our Genesis 9 figure. And this is the hair. We'll go back to the Voss Hair. Where is it? Okay, let's try this Mazy Hair, okay? I'm liking this hair a lot. All right, let's see. Now we go to the Mazy Hair and the hat. And we run this, but... Okay, I think I did it right, but let hair and then hat. She's still the non-gender neutral. She's still the gender. It's still the gender neutral figure. Okay, they are still the gender neutral figure. Okay, so it wants to zero the figure, but it already kind of is in my book. All right, so now hat opacity. One of these, when we go to options, it's going to be feather fuzziness. Okay, and fuzziness millimeters. Okay, feather. Okay, so I think this fuzziness, number of millimeters from the surface of the head to move the hair to. Okay, so right now it's at 0. Okay, so that means that it's pulling that hair and making it 0 with the scalp. Okay, and if you do that and then try to run a dForce simulation, it will blow up, you know, because it's intersecting with the body. So if we go, these are millimeters, so let's go with like 10 millimeters. I don't know. Okay, that wasn't right. Okay, oh, the most it goes is 4 millimeters. So let's go 1 millimeter. What's the, let's see what that. 1 millimeter is a millimeter. Okay, let's go to 0.2 millimeters. I don't know. All right, 0.2. Yes, that's what you sure may suggest this. The thing, that's what I'm trying. This is what I'm doing right now, Art, is I'm leading up to this. But you see, remember when I took the hat and hit it? Like you could see that it was intersecting with the scalp, okay? And if we run a dForce and it's intersecting, like you could see there was parts in the scalp that it was actually like intersecting with. That's what this fuzziness does, is if we put it into a positive number, like above 0, then it will put the hair above the scalp. Okay, we will. Thank you very much. It will put the hair above the scalp. Then it's no longer intersecting with the scalp. And there's a possibility we could run a dForce simulation. Is this dForce hair? I don't know. So at this point, we're going to just see, though, what happened. Let's just try 1 millimeter, okay? That's probably a lot. Okay, I don't know my millimeters. So I have to say how many in an inch. How many millimeters in an inch? 0.25 millimeters are in an inch, okay? So 25 millimeters make 1 inch. Okay, so if we go with 1 millimeter, so let's go to like 1 millimeter, okay? So 1 millimeter above 0. Okay, so now let's click accept. All right, let's make sure everything looks hunky-dory here. And there's a fuzziness. Okay, so we go accept. This, I don't know if this is strand-based or not, or if it's dForce or not. Will this work? We've had luck with the last 2, okay? So is this going to blow up, or is it going to work? We shall see. Yes, we will hide the hat to see and see if it's no longer intersecting. Okay, it worked. Okay, this is working, okay? So now in the back, there's kind of a poofy area. I would probably push this in with mesh grabber, but let's see now what happens when we take and hide the hat. Okay, so we're going to hide the hat, and it looks like it's still intersecting with the scalp, but I don't know. Okay, now we have a morph here. I can show you something. This is a way to fix things. So we go into the parameters here, and I think they would be down at the bottom. Okay, look, here we go. This is the feather, and this one is okay, so it's at 100%, but if we go here, parameters, okay, settings, and we turn off limits, okay, we might be able to bring this up now. Oh, that's the wrong way. This way. See, well, that didn't really work. Okay, so Z. Okay, so now what we could try to do is take and just go here to our scale and scale it up maybe. Okay, that just kind of worked a little bit. Scale it. Let's just run a dForce simulation. I don't think her bathing suit is dForced. I don't think she has anything on her that's Let's save it. Let's run a simulation and see what happens. We don't need the hat on to do it. Is it going to blow up? If it doesn't like us, it's going to blow up, okay? It's simulating something. Maybe it's just simulating. Okay. I didn't see the hair move one tiny bit. So I'm wondering if it's the bathing suit that's actually dForce. Okay? It's probably not the hair. So let's just delete the hair. We'll turn the hat back on. Let's find something we know is dForce. Okay, let's find some dForce hair, okay? This is dForce hair, a fin hair, okay? Oh, I just put it on the damn hat. Okay, so let's take this off. Go back here. Go back to the hair. Go back to fin. All right, we got a hat here. Why is the hat disappeared? Because I turned the hip off. Okay, let's go back. All right, do this number. Okay, off and on just to make sure. Okay, now we select the fin and then we select the hair and then the hat. Okay. Then we go back to this and double check. Okay, oh, double check. Do nothing. Okay. Options. Let's go to like 3. See if that works. We'll just say fuzziness M, feather. Feather is how much it like feathers away from the side, okay? Does it feather like way out or does it feather kind of down, okay? That's what feather is, but fuzziness is how much it, okay? Now, hat check, morph exists, action, replace, okay? So if you have a morph already, then you can append a new one, okay? This could be helpful. Good afternoon, Angus, dear friend. Welcome, welcome. We are working with Hat Check today. We are fixing hats, orbit position, world space origin, all these kind of interesting things here. So we're just going to try this, okay? So we're going to click Accept and see if this is dForce hair, so this is going to give us a chance to see if this is going to work. Now, this is taking a little bit longer than our other hair to do. It's taking a little bit longer time. So let's see, our cowboy. Well, it's a cowboy, cowgirl boy. Which is fine. Fine. Yep. All right. How are we doing? Is this going to... So this tucks the hair under the hat for us so we don't have it coming right through the hat. Which is very good. Now, see, it worked. Did we lose our bathing suit? We did. So I turned it off. All right. So we tucked the hair under the hat. What I'm going to do is put them in a kind of bending pose so the hair will kind of move. Let's hide the hat for a moment and see what happened with this. Okay. Is it going through? Apparently it's not supposed to be going through the head, but you couldn't convince me of that. It looks like it's going through the head, but you know, I don't know. That's probably the problem with this, is that it goes through the head, and when you run dForce, it blows up no matter what. So what we would have to do is this, it is mashing that down. So if we have a problem with this, we could use Mesh Grabber to just pull that out from under so it's not, because it's probably going to blow up on us. Let's just run a simulation and see what happens, all right? Simulation. Let's do it. Go. So it's doing this weird thing where it has to do all of these. It has to do the springs again. Yeah, I went up to 3. It only goes up to 4. Hair is interacting with the suit. Turn off the suit. Okay, that could be the case. It could be touching the suit. So we'll look into this. Let's see if it blows up on us, okay? Now, RiverSoft said that you could run simulations. No, see, it just blew up immediately, okay? So, and it wasn't the suit, but let's cancel this. We'll undo this. Obviously, there's a problem over here. So it's just not going to let us do this. Hopefully, it will let us cancel out of it. Come on. Yes, it's a boom. It went kaboomo. I just I think I just kind of distorted yes, I'm distorting things today. Yes, I am. The old Pixar outtakes. I just lowered my mic, so you might have to turn up your speakers again. It's not canceling out. Please cancel. Sometimes things cancel. You could cancel for us today. That would be very nice. So I probably have to take the hat off, you know? So, do I want to wait all day for this? Do I really? No, I don't. I don't want to wait. I'm too impatient. Close the program. Okay, we open this back up, we reload, and we do the same thing. I think I saved it right before the simulation. So let's see. New. Yeah, I think I did. Create. Save changes? No. No. Okay. So what we will do is take the hat off and see what happens. Now it says that it will take off the shape, do this, and okay, so we've got some kind of hair. This is not the hair we were expecting, okay? So, but we have the hat on, so we'll get rid of the Mazy hair. We'll put on the other hair that we had. Okay, we gotta check. I didn't save it right before and that's almost a cardinal rule. Anytime right before I simulate, I always save this. This is the fin hair, okay? So we put the fin, this is dForce hair. And then we take the hat, okay, we go back in here and we will try Art's suggestion of putting it up to 4. And let's see what happens. And default. Let's see what we've got. We've definitely got hair coming through the hat. Okay, we come here. And we go to... Now I'm going to make sure I selected the hair first. I don't want to do this wrong. Save this. All right, and now we go here. Do nothing because I don't dare zero the figure. Let's go to options. We're going to bring this up to 4. And we're going to go back to main. Now, what else is here? Start, always on start, set up figure, confirm. Oh, so we can take this and say never zero figure and shape, pose on start. Fastest, but figure must have default shape pose and be moved to origin before starting for correct results. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, so I guess it's set to confirm, so it doesn't mean that the figure isn't zeroed. It just means you have to say, you have to acknowledge something there, okay? That's my thought. I don't know if I'm right or not. I could be wrong. Okay, so reset camera. Okay, we're going to click accept. Now we've set that, the option to 4. Welcome, Chris. Welcome, friend. Welcome to you all. It's very nice to have you here. We are using this tool that squishes the hair up against the head when it's under a hat. It's a very ingenious tool. I have to say, hats off to RiverSoft. Yes, because this is a great. Who would have thought of this, really? But RiverSoft. And this is a great idea. I wonder if somebody went into the forum and said, could you just make something that would squish the hair against the head, And it's like, and River said, I got an idea. I think I know how to do that. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to turn off the bathing suit as well. So we're going to turn off the hat. Because obviously the hat's the problem when we try to run a dForce simulation. And we'll bring them up close here. So we can do the swimsuit as well. This just doesn't look like it's good. It's obviously going right through the skull. So the geometry isn't right here, it's just not right. So what I'd like to do is kind of fix it. All right, so we'll turn off the bathing suit. You are right, Michael. This is intersecting with, maybe that is where actually that went and flipped out. It came out through this side. It could have been the bathing suit. You are very right. So we're going to turn off the bathing suit for now. And we'll bring this in a little bit more. Come down here. All right, this doesn't look like it's going to work. But I would say that the hair itself is not touching, I don't know. It looks like it's going right through. It could fool me, but it looks like the hair is going through. So I don't know, maybe the hair is pairing itself instead of to the Genesis 9, it's measuring itself to the skull cap. I don't know. All right, but what we could do is select this hair, all right, and go into the simulation settings, into tool settings, like this, and we could just take this and kind of pull this out like this. What happens when we pull this out like this? Oh, I think I'm on the back end. Okay, yeah, here we go. Well, this is very weird. All right. I don't even see, it's okay. I think I know what's happened. All right. I think that the program is pushed. I don't think the hair is actually coming through. All right. So, but we go here. See this, even that. Oh, okay. It's almost like it pushed the skull cap all the way up. It doesn't look like it's actually going through. There was a fun part in the front, but it doesn't look like it's actually going through. Let's run a simulation and see what happens. Does the hair just kind of pop right back out or what? I don't think RiverSoft was really forthright about about dForce. He kind of said you can't really run a dForce. He said you can't run a dForce simulation after you do this, but then he said, well, you could try, and that's why it has that thing for the feather fuzziness, is to bring it up away from the scalp. So can you? All right, this is the question. Let's do it. Save this. And now we go to simulation and simulato. And what happens? It's doing this spring thing, and I don't think it's supposed to be doing the spring thing. You know, it shouldn't have to go through this spring thing. So I'm not sure why, and it does look like it's going right through the scalp again. So I might be doing something wrong. Yeah, so I saved. Yes, that's the way it goes. Always save. This is going to blow up. I just know it is. This is not a happy situation for dForce. It's like, hello, I've been crunched into the skull and you expect me to dForce? Okay, it's taking a while. It's going to blow right up. So I don't think you can generally use dForce after this, okay? And I don't think you can use it before this either, but maybe you... No, hello! All right, so are you going to let me at least cancel this? So, no, I don't think so. Now, there's a possibility that we... All right, cancel this. Yeah, it doesn't like to cancel after. So, yeah. I kind of figured this when it started doing the spring thing. I kind of knew this wasn't going to work. So, now the question is, can you do a dForce simulation and then tuck the hair in? Okay? How about that question? So let's give this a chance to possibly, okay, use the movement rotation scale. Okay, let's read the beginning. Hat check scripts easily create hair morphs to use with hair with different hats, caps, sunglasses, and hair bands. Because I've been thinking about hair bands a lot, like day and night. I've been thinking about, because see this little box right here? Well, if you made the box really thin, okay, it would just take the hair that's in around that. So if you have a headband, okay, that goes around the head, well, you could put this box and make it really thin to go around the headband, and it should pull the hair in, and you can rotate the box and resize the box so that it would pull the hair in. So headbands are like heavy on my mind right now. So, okay, so Hat checks works by using a sphere, cylinder, or cube to define an effect volume which you position over the hair. Any hair vertices inside or outside, depending on the options. The effect volume will then pull close to the head of the figure. Any hair vertex, like Twisted Sister or White Snake, those are... I don't think those are called hair bands. They're called headbands. But hair bands, it all depends on what hair bands. Maybe that's, I don't know. I think RiverSoft lives, I think, in Canada. I'm not sure. Maybe they call them hair bands there, okay? In Canada. It's a little bit nicer of word than headbands. Okay, I don't know. Hat Check creates two morphs for the hair base on the label hat one using the label name RS Fleur Hat. Fleur, that sounds like flower, I guess. That would be French. That controls all hair vertices inside the volume effect using one label name Feather, okay? Fleur, maybe that is, okay, and RS Fleur Hat Feather for all the vertices, okay, at the edge of the effect volume. If you understood that, I don't, okay? More like Chris Cox in the day. That's funny. Yes, Twister says Poison and, you know, Quiet Riot. Yeah, all of them. Okay, Def Leppard. Guns N' Roses. You get it. You get the idea. All right, use the movement rotation scale, control to pose the effect volume. You want to, okay, rotation, okay. So note the feather distance, the more hair vertices, the longer it takes to morph. If you use the cache memory option is checked, hat check will use the current style of the hair, which can change what vertices are inside the effect volume. In this case, depending on the effect you want, you may want to turn on or off the hair morphs before running the script. Okay, so, all right, so I have a feeling that what happens, okay, all right, if you use the cache geometry option, if use cache geometry option is checked, hat check will use the current style of the hair, which can change what vertices are inside the effect volume. In this case, depending on the effect you want, you may want to turn on or off hair morphs before running the script. Use cache geometry option is experimental, and Daz Studio may cause when loading morph created by this. I don't think they're allowed to use the word crash because Daz Studio never crashes. So, but it may cause, all right, when loading morphs created by this option. Feather and fuzziness specifies the distance from the figure's head in millimeters. Did this actually stop? Oh, look at that. It had one more explosion left before it stopped. What's nice is Daz didn't crash. Now this is what I would call, this is like a headbanger's ball. This is like, yes, who needs a headband when you got hair like that? Seriously. So, okay, let's clear that. And it's like back to his, this is Benjamin Franklin hair. Okay. So, all right. Now the question is, what happens if we delete the hair? Okay, we take the hat, we keep the hat off, and we can put the swimsuit back on for now. Let's put the hair back on. Let's run a dForce simulation and then tuck the hair in. But what I'm going to do is, you can't put them in a pose or anything. It's like, so if you want the hair to kind of go like this, so, all right, let's hide the head for a second to see if the hidden hair was only pushed beneath the skull. No, it's not pushed. It's not pushed beneath it. I can tell you that. We'll hide it, okay? But it's not. It's all of these vertices, okay, on the hair are brought right to 4 millimeters. All of the little points in the hair are brought into to the closest, I think, like vertex, okay? but then it's brought to the closest one, but 4 millimeters away from it. Okay, all of the points that are within that box, okay, they're brought, so it's not supposed to be pointing. Yeah, it's not supposed to be pointing. It's not supposed to be touching into. None of the vertexes are supposed to be actually in. But there's a whole thing. There is a. Now the thing is that what happens? Okay, let's Z. What if we go here? dForce weight mode node. We take that off. Okay, all right, we're going to just get rid of the hair. The thing is, what if we hide the skull cap and then run dForce? Could that maybe could it be the skull cap is intersecting with it and causing it to blow up? Let's give that a whirl and see. Okay, let's all right, let's go back here. And we'll put some hair on again. We've had enough fun with that hair. Let's find another dForce long hair. And this is dForce Vintage Curly. This is new, and I know this is strand-based hair. So we're going to try this. Maybe the strand-based hair does a better job. Okay, we got to turn the hat back on. All right, and now we're going to take and select the hair first, select the hat, come into here. We open this up. Do nothing because we're the fear. We know why did it turn the figure though? I don't know about that. Okay, so the figure is zeroed. Okay, so we're set at 4 again to be 4 millimeters away from the head. If it's at 0, then it will put it right exactly in the same position as the vertex of the skull. Okay, so that brings it, so there's no chance of poke through if something like maybe a bodysuit or something kind of body hat or something, I don't know. So 0 is right exactly in the same location of the vertex of the head. For anything above 0 would be that distance above, away from the head. I guess that's the best way I can think of to explain it. Okay, so this is that. Okay, so we just click accept. This actually works pretty nice for, we're trying to do more with it. We're trying to figure out, well, what happened to our dForce? Okay, so it's either you get either hat hair or you get dForce, one or the other. You don't get both. I don't work with a lot of long hair, so I don't really have to worry too much. I work with hair just about like this length, and this is perfect. When did you check cache thingy? The check cache thingy. I'm not sure what you mean by that. We set that to be the cache. Oh, the cache geometry. I don't know how to use that yet. Okay, that is that's this right here. Geometry hat check for geometry, and I believe that has to do with the Sculptor, like mesh grabber, something like where you can use mesh grabber to create a morph. Why couldn't you? Okay, it said that it would turn the pose off, and then when you're done, put it back in its pose. So I'm not sure what happens. All I know is that my computer is really weird, and it doesn't allow me to run it through that process at the beginning. At least I've been too impatient and not let it like run. But but it works this way. But what we should try to do is put it in a pose. That's a good idea, Michael, is to try and put it in a pose. Now, look, that worked. This is really nice because, I mean, with this looks like Butch Cassidy kind of hair. This is really nice. I like this a lot. Okay, and this is one way to get rid of the poofy hair is put a hat on them. That's just like, okay, no more poof. Just, we got the hair done. We got it right. So what happens if they're in a shape and I just tell it, ignore it? Okay, ignore the shape. So, okay, this is dForce Hair, all right? Let's just save this first, okay? What if we run a simulation? Maybe it was just that other hair. Okay, so let's hide the hat for just a moment. Okay, this is what we get. We get that same kind of weird thing, all right? This hair doesn't look like it even has a, you can see that it definitely does not go, well, this is weird. There are some flyaway hairs, okay? So, Art, it would stand to reason that if there's a few flyaway hairs above this, that there probably are a few hairs going inside too. So, but let's do Art's suggestion and turn off the head. I think if I turn off the head, the hair will turn off too, but I can turn it back on. I'm not sure. Pelvis, okay, spine 2, spine 3, spine 4. Okay, left shoulder, which one has got the head? Right forearm. Okay, that's the hand. Okay, left pectoral, neck, head. Okay, we'll turn off the head. Okay, let's go inside. Let's go inside their head and see. No, it doesn't look like, it's hard to tell. But this looks like it pretty well relegated this away from the head. Okay, the bottom, we look up, straight up. Okay, I think we're going through their neck. That was weird, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now entering the throat. The human throat. Okay, it doesn't look like the hair is allowed to go through the head. So, but I can't say that for sure. There are flyaway hairs above the head. So why it missed those, I'm not sure. Okay, so, all right, what happens if we just, okay, we'll save this. Let's run a simulation. I don't see, there's no hair touching the bathing suit, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll run the simulation setting. It should be 4 millimeters away from the skull. And we just simulate. Okay. And look what it did. It just popped right back out. Away from the head. Okay, now remember there was a thing. Remember there was a thing about remembering the morphs. and the simulation, remembering the morphs. So this is complicated, but this looks horrible. Now I wonder if we can, now we did a simulation. The question is, what happens if we do a dForce simulation? Let's get a longer hair. Let's turn our hat back on. Let's put a longer hair on and do a dForce simulation. And then we'll try putting the hair up again. I don't think it'll let us do it, so, but let's, okay, we'll do, okay, this is, I don't know that these are, which ones are dForce? Let's see. Okay, let's go to our products, our hair products here instead. We'll go up here and here. Okay, I got to go back in here, and we've got to add this. Okay, install custom actions. We'll put them in favorites. Accept this, and that. Okay, I accept. I can always take them out if I don't like it. It's probably, they're probably, okay, there's hat check. There they are, so I don't have to find it every time. Okay, now we're going to go to products and hair. Okay, now we have all this hair here. Okay, it should tell me, okay, this is dForce romantic hair. This is long, beautiful hair. All right, here we go. Let's do this. We will have to turn off the bathing suit to do a dForce simulation. Okay, this is Genesis 8, so we'll, oh my God. So let's go to, all right, I must have done something wrong here. I put the hair on the hat. Okay, there we go. So that doesn't work. If you put the hair on the hat, it doesn't go on the head, right? Just in case you're wondering. Okay, we're going to go Genesis 8. Oops, I did male. It's supposed to be female. This will not work. That is pretty. Romantic curls. This may not tuck in under the hat. I don't think this will. Okay, so we have to do it with male. Okay, romantic curls. Okay, and we do it with Genesis 9. Female. Genesis 8, female. All right, let's try this. Long, beautiful hair. All right, I don't think that your regular dForce is going to drop that hair down in any relative fashion. Oh, it's kind of down already, but what is up with that? Okay, so it doesn't like the hat here. Okay. All right. So now what we do is we run a simulation. We got to turn off the bathing suit. We have the hat off. Okay, let's run our simulation. Simulate. Okie dokie. This doesn't look like strand-based hair to me. And if this thing can tuck that hair up under that hat, you can tuck any hair under a hat. It doesn't matter what kind of hat. If this can tuck that hair up under there, we're asking a lot of RiverSoft. Simulating. Long as I keep growing my hair. Um, I that's a good point. No, I don't believe it would be only for Genesis 9 hair because it's Genesis 9 because it's aware of the Genesis 9 head shape, okay? But this hair still has Genesis. This still has those vertexes. We'll see. Okay? So, yes, he has lovely hair. Let's turn our hat back on now. And, okay, the swimsuit's done. So, basically, if this hair starts out up in the air because they expect you to run a simulation on it. So this is going to be strange if it just puts the hair right back into its original state and then tucks it under because most of the hair is going to be up in the air. This is going to be a disaster. I have a feeling this is going to be a disaster, but let's see. We select the hair first, then we select the hat, then we come up here to hat check, and hat check for Genesis 9, do nothing. Okay, I don't think it's actually turning the figure. I think it's resetting the camera, okay? So in that particular case, now we're going to do it like 4 again. We got this all set, except what's it going to do? Is it going to ignore it hasn't thrown the hair up in the air yet. So is it just saying flatten the hair in its current pose, which would be beautiful, okay? It's not letting us do it in... Yes, that's what we're going to do next. We'll pose the figure... run a dForce. We're going to do that next, Michael. We're going to pose the figure. Now, this didn't work, okay? There just may be too darn much hair. Maybe my box didn't cover it. Didn't cover the hair. Edit. Okay, Z... All right, so we're back to this situation. Because the box, what we do, the box I don't think covered the whole amount of hair. So some of it was left out. Let's see because that's a lot of hair. Let's do Michael's suggestion and let's put our figure into a pose. I'd kind of like to put them in a bending pose. Like, what happens if we have to select our figure, actually. We don't want to put the hair in a pose. I don't think, that's the hair one. This is our poses thing. Let's find one where they're kind of... All right, all right, let's do this sexy pose. I've got to put her in, turn her bathing suit on for a moment, and then we'll try it. Okay, the bathing suit. Swimsuit's already on, I guess, maybe. I didn't notice it. Okay, I don't see a swimsuit there. I don't know if anybody else can see one, but I don't see one, okay? All right, there it's back. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll run a quick simulation, and then we'll, I think I got to put this hair back on, okay? Because I don't know that it's in its, I don't think that it's in its original shape anymore, okay? So we'll put it back on. Okay, so we do this, then we say Genesis 9 female, Genesis 8 female, accept. And I might have to dForce her. Okay, Let's run the dForce from original pose, okay, so that it doesn't look weird. All right, you have to put it on her head. That's very good. Thank you. All right, so what we'll do is we'll run the dForce simulation. That kind of looks like it did. So we're going now to our renders, to our simulation settings. And we'll go, Michael, your comments are very welcome here, okay? They're very welcome, so please, you don't have to remove them because they're very good suggestions. Fabio. All right, let's see. So let's go to simulation. Okay, start from memorized pose is on. Okay, so let's simulato. Fabulo. Fabio. All right. So we have a simulation from the waist down. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we've got. I shouldn't have done this been in Iray to do this, but it'll work. Okay. Yep. Now, from what I read in the manual, it said it would just take them out of their pose, tuck the hair up under, and then when it releases them back out, it should put them back into their pose. Now, is that going to happen? The box that we had was for little hair. This is big hair. We have to make sure that the box covers the entire hair. And I didn't do that. I didn't resize it for bigger hair, so part of it didn't get tucked up in. Now that's my thinking. I don't know if that's correct or not. And Art might be right. Maybe it doesn't work with auto fit hair. But my thinking is that this is a product for Genesis 8, so basically it's going to take any hair within that box, okay? And, I mean, it's for Genesis 9. It's going to take any hair within that box and smash it to the Genesis 9 geometry. So, now, there might be certain kinds of hair that it doesn't work with. I didn't see any disclaimers in... But usually RiverSoft will say during a video, because there is a video on this product. You can look on the product page. This is called Hat Check, and I believe I have it right here. And there's a video for it. Okay, no, it's not, but let's go here. I believe there's a video for it as well. This is the Hat Check. I got it today for about $10. Okay, but I have the premium membership, so I got like 40% off, and then I also had 8 tokens, and so I got it for about I think $9 or $10, something like that. And which I thought for something to tuck hair up under a hat, I do that quite a bit. And what will happen is you can also like put it back and use it for hoodies and things like that. And it will. And what'll happen, I assume, is that if the hair is like goes all the way down, it's just going to pull the hair from way down their back right up to the skull. I don't know. But I would think that's the way it would work. So you bring the box so that it goes at an angle down their head and all the way down the back, and then it will just pull the hair right up and mash it up against the skull. It doesn't matter how much. Whatever's in the box is going to be pulled up against the skull. That's my thought here, okay? So let's see, how is she doing? That's pretty. She looks like the Little Mermaid. Yeah, so that's another test we can run, is hair in the hoodie. We can try bringing up hair from the back of the skull, and I believe anything that's in the box, it's not gonna put it up against their back, or it's not gonna pull it in. It's gonna pull it up into this massive ball. Geometry doesn't really have any depth. I mean, any width and all. It'll just pull all the hair, all of it into this massive mess on the top of the hair. He does. You're funny, Art. Yep. Yep. We got the Little Mermaid. The Little Merman. Oh, look at that. I love dForce. Who doesn't love dForce? Really? Okay, so yes, he's very pretty. So let's go with the curly hair and the hat. We'll turn the hat back on. Okay? And then, okay, we're going to save this. There's something I'm missing, but okay, she's in a pose. I'm not going to take... Okay, remember it says they've got to be in the pose, and it'll take them out of the pose, and that it might work on your computer. It's not working on mine, okay? So, I don't know what I'm going to do. So we're going to try this. It's probably going to be a disaster. So we go to favorites, hat check, this. Okay, it says 0 figure. If it's not in the default and show, if the figure is not in the default shape, pose, or not at the origin, this will cause errors in the morph. Do what do you want to do? Okay, so 0 the pose and see what happens. It might take a while. We're going to let it do it. 0 the pose and 0. And so, because what it'll do is 0 it, and then when it's done and when we go back to when we click OK and we run the script, it should restore the pose and the morph. Okay, so we're going to give it time to do this, okay? I didn't give it time before, but if we can sit through a dForce simulation, yeah, I could leave it at do nothing, but then it says the morphs will be messed up. So it's got to be it's got to be at the pose. So let's let it undo the shape, return the pose, set it back to 0, and apparently it's going to memorize the pose and all of that stuff. It's saving the pose maybe somewhere in some temporary file, and it's going to apparently put the pose back on after we're done squishing the hair to the scalp. Yeah, well, that's because they were already in the 0 pose. I only selected do nothing because I only selected nothing because I confirmed that they were at the 0 pose and they had no morphs. That's why we're using this gender neutral figure. They had no morphs, and they were at 0. So that's why I selected do nothing, because I knew they were not morphed. Okay, so but now I know that they don't have a shape. They're still in the gender neutral shape, but they do have a pose, and this pose could have thrown them a little bit off from zero. So that's why I clicked this, and I have to wait and see. I have to wait probably maybe a good while, like give it at least maybe 5 minutes, okay? And I can talk. I'm a good talker, okay? So I can keep you entertained for 5 minutes. So, yeah, that's what we can do. We can. That's what we can do. Do I have any music here? Let's see what we have. RexRed music. Yes, there is music. We have music here. Oh, look what we have. Okay, so it did something. Let's hope I selected the hair first. So apparently my computer isn't that bad. No, it said that it wouldn't make their morphs. What it does is this creates two morphs, okay? When you do this, it creates two morphs. It put her in that original shape, okay? Now, everything is set. We've got the hair selected in this. So I guess all we do is select accept and see. Oh, we have to resize. See, the hair isn't in the box, okay? So we have to scale the box. Okay, so it's big enough to cover all the hair. Oh, that's all the way up. They don't give us much of a scale. And Z-scale comes up. All right, well, this is pretty big hair. All right, let's latitude around. Maybe we can pull this side over a little bit. Okay, so we take the box here, and we go Control X. All right, that works. Now we go around latitude. Okay, we got to bring the latitude over a little bit more. So that would be X, I think. Okay, a little bit more. If this isn't all the way in, we're going to have a mess. Okay, so latitude, and I don't think the other side is. Now this is out. So I don't think this hair is going to let us do it. They only give us so much size for the box. What if we use a cylinder? Okay, and that's all the way large too. Okay. Let's bring the cylinder. Does it let us? No. We have to use this. X. And we got to come back. Well, this is kind of sucks. There's no way to turn limits off on these things. It's not big enough. RiverSoft. Okay, reset camera. Zoom. Okay, we can zoom. But it's not going to make the... All right, and then we can go latitude. That's as big as they let us. Okay, how about the Z? Well, that's the top part. All right, we're just going to have to go with what they give us. Rotation isn't going to do it. Z, rotation Z is this way. reset. Okay, if we bring it up, Y, I think that might work. Okay, because it's going to bring it up. Okay, we'll go up Y a little bit more. Okay, that's Y rotate, Y translate. Okay, let's see if that works. And then what we can do is feather it a little bit more. Okay, we're going to have to feather this a bit so, so it kind of pushes the hair down, okay? And if we need to unfeather it, we have our morph, okay? So let's see what happens. Now accept. Now it should put our figure back into their pose after it's done. That's kind of what it said, that it would return their figure back to their pose. Obviously they didn't undo the morph, or the hair would have been up in the air. So they didn't undo, excuse me, our dForce. Is our figure going to go back to is our figure going to go back to their original pose? Now it's still thinking. It's I don't dare click because it'll just, everything will go white. I know it's still thinking, because when I put my mouse over it would highlight these. So it's doing some heavy calculation right now. It's trying to squish the hair up against the head. Plus, it's hopefully going to put them back into their pose. And it would put them back into their shape as well. Okay, so if they have a shape, it's going to put them back. So that would work. That means that if you load any character, I believe maybe these characters, they have their own shape, but they are like no, they don't. They actually have a morph on them that so it's still doing something. Like if you put Michael in or whatever, he has Michael morphs. So they have to have the Genesis 9 shape and no morphs on them. They have to have, and then, but they can have the morphs, but if they have those morphs, those shape morphs, you have to click that option which says 0 the morph, 0 the shape, and put them back to 0 position. And this, okay, if I click on eyelashes, okay, see, no, so it's still thinking. Now, when I just did the hair and there were no poses or morphs or anything like that, it was real quick. It just did the hair and that was it. But I believe it's now loading all those morphs and the pose, and it's going to apply them one by one onto the figure. Okay, I think this is going to work, and then it's going to squish the hair in. So we shall see. Now the thing is if with this hair, if you undo the limits, then you can squish the hair into the head, okay, with the morph, okay? You get 2 morphs with this. One of them is a feather morph, which decides, like, when it comes out of the hat, does it if it's like no feather, then it comes out like this straight. But if there's feather, then the hair goes like that, okay, and feathers down. And that is another morph that you get. If you turn off the limits, you can feather that. You can turn it the opposite and really feather it way down. Okay, so Oh, look at this. It put our thing. It didn't do the hair, though. It did not do our hair. I might have tried like hair that. Let's see what happens. Maybe what it did. Okay, maybe it did the hair. No. Okay, let's try turning the hat off. Okay, and maybe we'll try messing with. Okay, see this just really didn't even work. This hair is a strange kind of hair. It's a different kind of hair. It only did so much of this. This hair has some really weird features to it. So let's just try a different hair. Now that we're kind of gaining somewhere on this, I think we're progressing with this. So let's find another hair that might work. Okay, natural short hair. Oops. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, that's not very long. We need something a little bit longer than that. Launch. Okay, hair. And wave long hair. Okay. Let's try this. Let's see how long this hair is. Is it like really, really, really long? Okay. This will work. Okay, so we're going to, this is dForce. Let's run a simulation. Okay, we have to turn off her bathing suit, so means we got to zoom in a little bit more. And, okay, well then she's going to stand up, and it's going to we're going to take her out of another, all right, Art, we will be here. I hope that we will be here. Okay, so what are we doing? We are going to simulation. We're going to leave the start bones on. Okay, and we are going to just go like this so she doesn't stand way up. Okay, and we're just going to simulate. Okay, she stood way up, and I didn't turn off the bathing suit. Let's see if it works with the bathing suit on. Okay, I'm going to cancel this. I think it'll let me cancel it because nothing's blown up yet. Okay, we have to turn off the bathing suit, or it will blow up. Okay, and we're going to go, we'll blow up. Okay, here we're going to go up a little higher. Okay, simulato. Okay, I can't even see her head, so I guess we went up high. All right, now it's going quite fast. We can't really tell if that's going very fast. Without the bathing suit, it would calculate much faster, and I'm not in Iray like I was last time. Don't simulate in Iray, because every few frames it's trying to do an iteration. It's trying to bring back up your viewport. Okay, so she's almost into her pose. She's about 50% of the way into the pose. Find a time for us. Oh, that is pretty. All right, so all right, now we got her hat. It's not just a kiss, it's more than this. We'd have to pull her hair away from her, her clothes. We understand the meaning of all right. This thing called love. Now we select the hair first. That we both share. Love will take us. Let's save this. But we can do. Our love is true. And now we go into our program. Hat check. Oh, wrong. We gotta select the hair and the hat, not the bathing suit. It does look good. Yeah, it's just, let's see what she looks like in Iray. Let's give her a chance to shine. That's very nice. Well, he looks very nice. Let's go. So let's see what we have. Now let's go into our hat check. All right, 0 the figure. We got to do this. At least we won't have that really enormous hair. That hair is not meant to tuck under a hat anyway. It looks, this is why we do this. This is why we work in Daz Studio, because it's just, this is why we don't take things to Blender. This is why we don't, you know, some people do, or sometimes it's kind of fun to do that. This is why we don't take them, because this stuff just works so well right in Daz Studio. Daz gives us all we need, really, not all we need, but most of what we need to do amazing stuff. And this is why we do this. This is why, because it just, things come out so beautiful in Daz Studio. It really does. Even though her hand is going right through her arm. Okay, so we have to wait. We have to give this time to take her out of her pose. She doesn't have a shape. Now, if she had a shape, if I'd put like a female shape on her, we would have an even more of a problem, okay? I mean, take even longer for it to take, because it's going to have to save, it's saving the pose, it's saving her shape, and it's saving her position that in the world. Whether if next there needs to be a product called Clothes Check that fixes clothing issues. Well, that's what our that is what this the geometry sculptor is supposed to do, is fix clothing issues. It doesn't always work. I have found that there are some meshes that you can't smooth. Okay, it doesn't matter what, and it's like, I don't think it's Genesis 9 clothing, but some of the, like when you auto fit Genesis 8 clothing onto figures, it just doesn't work. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go back to this window. We're going to do our longitude. That's why this, see how high I had it? That's why only a little part of her hair actually got tucked into the hat, because I couldn't bring it down far enough. This little thing's got to be bigger. Hello, okay, this is just not big enough. All right, it doesn't let you pull it that way. You have to do it this way. Y movement. So we're going to bring this down about here. We're going to go longitude and make sure it's not too far. Yes, see, I brought it down too far. So we'll just inch it back up here until it's up, right up above. Okay, that's enough, I guess. And then we're going to go back to longitude, and we're going to bring this scale. We're going to scale it up. Oh, we don't need it up that high. Now, the larger this box is, might take the longer for it to process. I don't know, but that's a possibility. Okay, now we're going to zoom around and make sure we're going to zoom this side also. Okay, so that's okay. I think that's good. And so now we're going to click accept. All right. And I don't think it has to be like 4. We're not going to be doing any kind of, so we don't want it at 0, but we could just bring it a few millimeters above 0, above the scalp. Okay, accept. I guess this is good. Always start. Okay, this one right here is one thing. Replace. Okay, so if you've done any like hat things with it in the previously and you open it again, it will replace. But if you, this append may give you even more morphs so that like you can, if you have, now I'm just kind of thinking, okay, is that, or it says create new. Okay, so append would append the changes to the current morphs. Create new would give you new morphs so that you have, and so what you could do is open this up, and then if you want to, if you want to do the top part, like supposing that you have a, okay, well, like the hair that in the last scene, okay, we could do one side of her head, okay, and then append and do the other side, and then it's one morph, it does both sides. But, or you could have one side that's one set of morphs. One would be the feather, and one would be the fuzziness, how far away from the scalp. And that's what it gives you, two morphs, feather and fuzziness. So if you append it, then both morphs would get mixed together. And if you create a new one, then you get two more morphs, I assume, and it would give them new names. So that's, so the idea is that if you have like a hoodie, you could do the top and get the top just the way you want it, maybe with an elliptical or something, elliptoid or a cylinder. You could do the top, and then you could do another morph which pulls the back up in, where you could have it go like vertical, something like that, okay? Just, and you could have the back morph as a separate morph, or you could have it append to the main morph. So when you turn those morph, it just pulls up the back and pulls down the top, and they pull together into one morph. That's kind of my idea of this. Okay, so I think we've got it. Let's click accept. It's going to take a moment. Okay, it's not letting me do anything, so it's still registering her pose. My heart's taking flight. The thought of you always gets me through. See, it's very complicated the way clothing works because of the weight maps. And all you have to do is, the weight maps are supposed to fix clothes, all right? And the thing is that weight maps are just horrible, and I don't know, you know, in the future, the only thing that's gonna fix clothes is AI, you know? It's so complicated. And AI is really good with clothes. AI is really good. I mean, what do we want clothing? We we want like togas that have like billowing folds and rough and like creases and things, like the togas that have this beautiful splay of fabric around the figure, and only AI can do that. And so we are at the mercy of AI, because we really need AI for a lot of things that are just too complicated for us to do, because you have to fix your clothes on a per frame basis, like in an animation, where you stop the frame and you have to fix the clothing, and you stop the frame and you fix the clothing, and you know, and that's 30 frames a second. That's 30 frames a second that you have to stop and fix the clothes and create a morph, and then stop the clothes and create another morph for each frame. It's the only thing that's going to fix that is AI. It's just going to look at every frame and just fix the clothing. And I think we're probably a few years away from that. There we go, and let's take a look. Let's save this. I think we've got it here. All right, now we got a little problem here. I should have curved that back so I could append this. But what I can also do, I could just use mesh grabber at this point, but it's only a little part to tuck in. Are we going to append this? Or are we just going to use all right, we do have morphs, okay? So let's go to our hair and see if we use this morph, if we can use this morph and pull the hair in a little bit more. I think what we should do is try to append it, okay? Because then we can try out our appending. Okay, so let's go and select the hat. Open this back up, and then we go, because we have our morph. Now, what we do is we go in, we move the box around, and we either replace the morph, or we append it, or we create a second morph, okay? So now we go back into hat check, and it's going to take forever for this. We got to make sure we have it selected right. All right, I want to make sure that I've selected the hair and then the hat, just to make sure, or it's going to mess up. Okay, we're going to save this just to make sure I know I saved it. All right, so now we go into favorites, hat check, zero the figure, because she's in a pose. You have to zero the figure when they're in a pose. All right, let's see what we've got here. Now we can take, this is like a new one. It hasn't been written into it yet. So why don't we append this? Okay, we'll go back to a cube, okay? And then what we'll do is rotation. We'll rotate it. What would it be, X? What our love is about. I don't know what that was. That was like an appendix or something. Okay, so this we're going to append. Okay, and now this is X. And okay, so we're going to append this, okay? Oops, we're going to go to the cube and go here and append this to our morph. I don't need two morphs. We're just going to put them together. Accept. All right. Okay, so this didn't work. It worked a little bit. So let's go back in and we'll tilt it some more until we get it. Now I think I can actually use my morph now. I think I can make that disappear a little bit, okay? So let's go to the morph and use our feather option, okay? Okay, so we go down to our morphs at the bottom here, and here they are. And what we do is okay, this is the hat one. This is the feather one. Okay, so we'll use a little bit of both of them. So we'll set them both. See which one works. And we go into this one here, parameter settings. Okay, so let's see how this works. That's not working. Okay, so we'll... Oh, what happened? Okay. Oh, it's supposed to be at 100%. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this isn't working. It's working a little bit. Okay, maybe we can pull this one in. Okay, so that's not working either. Okay, so we're gonna go to 100 here. All right, we're gonna set the parameters back, so just so there's no problem with the program. Use limits, okay, and so we've got to go back in and append some more. So we select the hat. All right, so we go back to favorites. All right, so we go back to here, 0 figure. I assume you can append as many kind of sculpts that you want to do with this. This is what this is doing. This just another form of mesh grabber, really. It's looking. It's kind of has a way of selecting everything within the box and doing something with it. Okay, and it's just kind of attaching it. It's attaching it to the head. Okay, so we are waiting for it to take her out of the pose. So this is working. You're able to have a pose, you're able to have a shape, okay? You just have to zero it in order to do the work. And then when you save it, it saves your when you do your work, when it does that, it saves your pose, it saves your shape, hopefully. And we haven't tried it with shape. She has the regular shape. And that is me singing. We go back to the main here. Solitude, love will never fade from sight. They can't say. All right, this is kind of weird. This box doesn't look like it's the same color it was. Okay, so this is the cube. We got to resize this now. Okay. Now we're gonna append this. So okay, so we go scale. We're gonna go up like this. All right, we're gonna bring it down. Y. All right, and now we're gonna go longitude. All right, this kind of pushes. All right, we're gonna go down a little more. In the words, love is strong. It can't expire. We can flame the fire. My heart is an abyss. The vacancy of your kiss. All right, now I think what happens sometimes I love you so is that the hair doesn't have enough points in it, so you have to bring it down enough. In our hearts we hold on tight.
Wait until the time is
All right, now let's look back again.
Into the night.
I think this is too much. So I think we got to go up a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, this is the other way. Okay, now let's look up again in here. All right. Love can never fade from sight. Okay, we're going to go down a little more here. Why? Okay, I think that's enough there. Okay, we're going to try that. And, oh, it looks gray because we're not, every time I've come in here, I've been in Iray. And now we're in texture shaded mode. That's why it looks like it's weird. Okay, so we're going to append, remember? We got append here. So we'll click accept. Now the create new might be helpful because if you're afraid of going over and you don't want to have to like start the whole darn thing over again. Okay, but we're going to append. Tolerance, what's that? Well, read the manual. Area of effect, inside, outside. Use cache geometry, experimental. That's the other, there's another script that comes with this where you can grab parts of this. Okay, like grab a bunch of it with, and then use the cache geometry. That's in, like you can go into Mesh Grabber and you can select a bunch of this in the geometry sculptor. And so it's all selected and that becomes cached, okay? And then it does something. I don't know what it does, okay? So accept now. We're going to accept. It's going to append that. Come on, go back to your pose. I think this is going to work. I think it's going to work. This is a nice program. You know, it's taken a while to get this hair right, and I could have done this, you know, maybe quicker. But I think in the long run, I'll get really good at this, and I'll be able to do it a lot quicker because I've spent like hours pushing hair in. The white parts are interesting. Yeah. What that is a it's placing a there's a name for it. They use it like it, but it's actually a it's a geoshell. Okay. Okay, there. Oh, look, we got the hair gone. Gone completely. How about, okay, did it pull out? Let's see. I think it looks okay. So let's go into Iray and see what kind of damage we have here. A little bit here. Now what we can do is we can undo a little bit very easily, okay? So just a tiny bit, but I don't think that's going to be the angle because I think I want to do like her from the front here. So her hair's done. So yeah, it's a geoshell. They put the geoshell on, and the geoshell may have less geometry on it than because the geoshell is what it adheres to. Because if you're going to be 1 millimeter away, then you can't gauge it on the actual skull. You gotta gauge where it's going to go on something that's a millimeter away from the skull, a millimeter larger. So, it's kind of weird, but I think there's something beautiful about her about her maleness, that's really kind of interesting in this. And I wonder if she would lose that kind of toughness if I were to make her more feminine. But there's something I have to kind of fix one of her eyes. So, because it's just over too far. So, we're going to do that just to fix her eye. It's just too far. This one. We go out of here. Let's just bring it back a little bit. Okay, and then let's go back to the camera view and see if I really messed it up. Okay, what's wrong? What am I doing? Okay, here. Iray. I don't have a camera in the zine, that's why. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay. It's better. If you see that kind of thing with your eyes, you need to kind of fix them. And I think it's still kind of odd. I think when they made this pose, they used the point at, and that doesn't always work. Okay. All right. And it looks okay. I think her eye looks like it's up in the air a little bit, but I think it's okay. I think I'm going to try to feminize her a little more, okay? I could definitely feminize her body. She has male skin on her. I think, she's a hot wreck. We've got to kind of fix her. So she looks female, okay? So now the hat we could bring down a little bit too. So, but let's go here back to texture shaded. Let's give her, we got to fix her hair in the front. Let's, we'll put her in some kind, I think it would be, I don't want to put her in the middle of a road, so that's not going to work. So just maybe some kind of foresty field or something, some kind of farmhouse. Maybe we could have a farmhouse in the background, and maybe a horse would be nice, okay? Maybe a horse with their neck coming in eating grass here. And we'll put her in maybe some cowboy clothes. But she's got to have more, we got to feminize her, because I just kind of feel that maybe that's right. So let's give her Victoria's body. And so we go to, I have been finding, okay, that this is another tip for you guys. This is a tip that for you people who hang around and really and stay for hours while I do this stuff. This is what these tips are for you, okay? That a lot of your figures, they're not brought to the 100% of their masculinity and femininity, okay? They're brought to probably 75, maybe 80%. And what you'll find is, like, a lot of men, they'll have these big, gigantic, like, kind of boomy, like, torso. It's because they're not at 100% male, okay? And the way you do that is by just taking another Genesis sign male and taking their body and adding a little bit more to them, okay? And that's the same with their face. If their face isn't quite right, you just take and add a little bit more of another male, add more to them. Top it off, okay? And that's what happens, is that when these artists create these male figures, they don't bring them to 100% male. They think, oh, that's a beautiful body, but you have to bring enough maleness into them so that it goes up to 100%. And that's what happens is they morph this and morph that and morph this, but it never really goes to 100%. And so now I could give her Victoria's body, but then I could just take another female body and add a little bit more of her in and top it off, okay? And you'll see that those problems that you're having with certain figures, that they all of a sudden, they capture, they become that completely female or completely male. I have a lot of male figures that I spend hours trying to fix their chest. Like, what's wrong with their chest? All it needs is for me to add a little bit more of another male figure into them, and boom, it takes them over to the 100% mark. And so I don't know why that works, but it does, okay? Or delete 0 out of masculine traits. I'm not delete or 0 out masculine traits. Well, that's how you do it. That's how you delete out the masculine traits. That's how you do it, is by bringing their body 100% away from that middle body, okay? You have to add enough female into it so that it obliterates that non-gender neutral figure. Okay, so it takes all of those and that zeroes them out. Okay, by adding a little bit more of another female to the body, it will obliterate that non-gender neutral figure. So we're going to parameters. We'll select our figure here, Genesis 9. And let's save her. Okay, Genesis 9. And then let's take, I'm going to bring the hat. I'm going to just drop the hat a little bit more, but I think so that it just kind of covers up. I might go and play with the morphs a little bit. So we'll see, though. Now, it might have been better for me to make different morphs out of it so that I could then have a separate morph for the back and a separate morph for the top and a separate morph for the front. We will be here, my friend. We will be here. We will be here. Okay, so we're going to go Victoria, Victoria. Think we got your number. Okay, so Victoria body. Okay, that didn't change her in a negative way. That didn't impact her in a negative way. I think we'll go with Victoria's head also and see what happens. That didn't impact her in a negative way either. So we don't want the masculine. So what we'll do is we'll just, I don't see anything like massively masculine here, okay? Other than her skin, she's got to have some other skin. And I think Victoria's skin is probably the best. Oh, that's Gloria. You probably thought for a moment. Victoria? Oh, that's Gloria. That's funny. All right, so she's got the body. She just doesn't have the skin. Okay, so we're going to save this. And I don't think I have to add another body to this. Now, with some, I don't usually have to do this with my males, only a few. Okay? The song, I know what you mean. It is Gloria. I was having a brain freeze. Okay. Okay, so we're going to twist this a little bit so this hand isn't going right through. Okay, there's that. And we've got to fix her hair so it goes over her chest. Where is her hair? Okay, so let's go to our... There's probably a morph for it, but we could also just use the tool settings. Geometry Sculptor. And if I grab it like about here, there, and we make this about 12. And okay, it's not letting me do that. For some reason, some of this hair just doesn't move right. Okay, will this work? All right, that I think worked. We're going to pull this here. Okay, I think that worked. With a little bit of artistic ability there, that's what we try to do, is use artistic ability. Save this. It's not just all technique. Sometimes it does require using art. All right, and now we're going to save this. Let's put a camera in the scene. Create. New camera. Perspective view. And now we're going to go to ultra scenery. Add some ultra scenery. We're going to save this. Okay, this is called hat check. I will give it a better name. Browse at some point. We'll go up. I'm thinking the word farm girl came into my head, so it may end up being called something like that. Or prairie woman. Okay, I don't know. I think I like prairie woman better. Let's see now. Maybe we could find her some like leather clothes, Indian clothes, sort of Indian sort of clothes. Let's see now. We're gonna bring. Are we gonna bring Victoria to the land? Or are we gonna bring the land to Victoria? I think we're gonna bring the land to Victoria. So we're gonna go here. And we're going to take and bring this down to 2. And we're going to bring this down to -2 and see what happens. Okay, that brought it down a little bit. Okay. But how far? Okay, are we Control L? Do we have an L? We don't have light. Okay, let's bring this up a little bit to -1.5. Okay, and we'll go maximum. Okay, we'll go -1. Okay, -1.2. All right, that's close enough. All right. And if we have to, I'll just drop her down to the ground if I need to here. But that's close enough. We're at 1.2. That's enough. Now we got to have some grass and stuff here. So I've saved it. So let's go to biome. And we're going to go to grasslands. Which ones do we have here? I kind of like those little green. Okay, I like these tall, like, kind of things here. They can get in the way, but they can also be really pretty. If they're in the way, I will use a mask. and mask them from around her so that I don't have a piece of grass coming right through her leg or something. I probably should have put clothes on her first, but let's see. This hat's probably got to go to some clothes. I think it does. It goes to a cowboy set. So we'll put cowboy clothes on her. She still needs Victoria's skin. Remind me. We got to put female skin on her. We'll put some skin on her, and then we'll check it out in Iray. Well, we'll set up our render settings. Okay, we got a moment here. Can I click on things? It's still thinking. Save. No, it won't let me save. It's still thinking. Oh, it's still counting the instances. We have a camera in the scene, so it's only going to put the instances in front of the camera. Okay, now it's saving. Yeah, okay, we got 8,000 pieces of grass. No, we got 81,000. 81,000 pieces of grass, okay. And now we go to Smart Content, find Victoria, find Gloria, VICTORIA. There she be. Okay, that says, okay, that's hair. We got to go to default, figures, and there she is. Materials. And we're going to use the regular skin here, Victoria 9. Oh, we have to select our Genesis 9 female. Okay, that's better skin. Okay, more feminine. Very nice. Save this. And Victoria eyes. Okay, let's get up close and see if that fixed her eyes. All right, we're going to select her head very gently. And now we'll come close to our figure. Okay, I don't think it changed her eyebrows or eyelashes. We have these red ones. I think I'd like to give her those. So the eyelashes, okay, we select that. We might have to go to surfaces and make sure they're selected here. And, oh, those are her eyes. Eyelashes, okay. Okay, I think she already had those eyes. So, because when I put the figure on the thing, these are eyelashes, okay. I don't think it made them. Okay, now her eyebrows, the eyebrow color. Let's go and let's see what she looks like now. Wow, that's very nice. I think we have to redden her eyebrows. Her eyebrows are good, but we're just gonna... Where are her eyebrows card? Okay. Surfaces, eyebrows. We're gonna make them a little bit kind of red. Okay. And they've got to be lighter. Well, that's too much. Okay. And I think they could go darker now. Well, we want them to be seen from... Okay, so we go back to the camera view. All right. Now let's give her some cowboy clothes. What's this hat? Where's this SMO? Hat, let's look this up and find the rest of the stuff that goes with this product. Oh, this SMO. Okay, we got to go, not there, here, into Files. Default SMO hat. Okay, we're going to go and put some parentheses around that. Okay, this is our SMO hat. Let's go. Now, we could give her a brown hat instead of, okay. I think that looks nice. What if we go here? I think we'll go with that hat. And then we're going to follow in here, explore product, and see what this is. Wardrobe. Okay, I don't know if we want all this wardrobe. We're just going to use the pants. So we have to select her. This is Genesis 9, so it will fit right on her without any auto fit. Those are the pants. And this is the vest. Oops, there's the vest. Vest, Michael M3. Vest. What are these? Okay, this is the actual vest. Okay, now we can take off the, and I don't think we're going to put, I don't think we're going to put a shirt on her. Let's see, we're going to go with, get rid of the swimsuit. And now we have to pull her hair up over this pocket. Welcome, Paul. Welcome, welcome, friend. Welcome. Hope you are well this evening. It must be late, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 o'clock there. Thanks for saying hi so late. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. We're going to select her hair. And we're going to pull her hair out some more. So it's on the other side of her pocket. Here we go. Yes, very lovely, lovely, lovely to have you all here. We're going to select that. I'm going to use my perspective view. I have to do this very carefully, okay? So, because I don't want to mess up her hair. So we got to pull this out very carefully. How about that? But just a little bit more. Okay, does that work? Let's see, does it look that bad? No, I don't. Okay, we got a little bit of a spot here. Okay, so we go back to our geometry sculptor. And we are here. We are here. Okay, that's not working. I'm using the wrong angle here. It's the blue one, I think. How about the green one? A little bit of the green. Let's pull this out a little bit here. Pull this out a little bit. Okay. From the camera, let's see if this looks bad. No, this looks okay. Let's save this. Now let's see what... Oh, we got to bring her down so she's on the ground. Okay. And now let's take a look at this, what our grass looks like here. Now remember, we probably have our render settings set to auto. And we have to to lower this grass down so that it's down below. So it's good that it only put a little bit of grass in, because we have to set our render settings to memory. It's kind of good that when it does that, when it puts the grass too low. We're not going to be using water in this scene, so I don't think. So now we go back to our Ultra Scenery 2. We're out of our mode there. And so we go select the grass cover, and we're going to set the minimum altitude to minus 200. Okay, and I didn't set, now we have to go back to our render settings. Optimization, we want that on memory. We might as well set up our other rendering stuff. It may get changed again if I start messing with HDRIs, okay, which I will be. Okay, so we go to the progressive render. We're going to go to maximum samples, maximum time, and we're going to turn off quality, so it will keep rendering and rendering and rendering until I stop it. And that's the way we like it. So this looks pretty good. Now let's see what she looks like when we render. Now this looks pretty good. And hi, I'm Lynn Anderson, and I'm a country singer. Would you like to cancel this render? Yes, I was. Let's see. And now we gotta what are we doing? Now we're gonna put an HDRI in the scene. I'd almost like to just find an HDRI. Let's go here to my HDRI products. That's why we set this up, so we would have these HDRIs here right at our fingertips, so we could look at them and say, okay, what about this in a cornfield at day? Okay, we only get, oh, we got to go to here to get them all here. Camera render, okay. Let's try that. Look at that. Okay, but we gotta, we're gonna have to see. I'm so lucky the way things go. Sometimes it's like, you know, I just go right to the one that I need. Okay, so we go to parameters, and so I mean, I could just use a light here to light her face, and then it's done. The scene's done, kind of. Let's see what it looks like. It probably just changed my thing to speed now. It won't. So all it took was me to put that HDRI in, and it'll go back and change all. See, that's pretty nice right there. That's very nice. I think I've got to pull her hair out more here, and I got to pull it out more here. You can kind of see it. I don't think I pulled it all the way out enough. Was just a coal miner's daughter. I remember well the well that we drew water. Okay, we can try some of these other ones. That's one. They may all be the same picture, but just from a different, like, level. I see I picked the right one. Maybe this one might be even closer. So I picked the right one. This is the right one right here. But what we got to do is maybe rotate it a little bit, see what happens. What happens when we rotate it around a little bit. I drew water. There we go. So we got to have a horse, and we should have a well right here, like a well. And her horse is going to come in with his head down like this. So let's find a whale. Okay. Well, it's a deep subject. Yes. We'll do the medieval well. Oh, Lord, she's locked in the well. All right, we got to bring the well back. Okay, that's not going to work. You know not to touch that. Just can't push that back with that button, with that. All right, and we bring it over here. And we're going to go back a little further. Can we push it back a little bit like that? Little bit like that. All right, we bring this up here like this. The well that I drew water. Okay. And we take. And we got to have a Daz Horse. We'll use the latest horse. Horse 3, is it? I think a black horse would be nice. Where's our Daz Horse? Right there. Actor. I think if I put this horse in, it'll have everything on it, but maybe not. Okay, I want the female horse. Okay, thoroughbred female. We want the thoroughbred female. I use the female horse because I just don't want any private parts in the middle of my scene, and I can usually get by without having to deal with parts. Oh, that's right. The Daz Horse doesn't have body hair, which kind of bothers me. And I've asked them, I said, could you please give us hair for the horse? And so somebody's probably making it, but it's not been made yet. So, because they usually oblige me and give me what I need for what I ask for. Okay, where's the one where they're eating hay? Where they're eating. I think grazing is going to work. Thoroughbred female. Okay, now we're going to turn the horse like this. Parameters, Y, rotate. And then we're going to bring her over like this. And now we got to take her mane. Parameters, select the mane. This would be her mane neck. I want the mane on this side. So, parameters. So mane, well, that would be on the right. So we want to set the mane, straight mane, back mane, below right. Okay. And it doesn't show all the way until you go into, and now the head mane. Okay, we want that forward. Blow left, blow forward, hang forward. Okay. And let's see. What we've got. Well, that's pretty nice. All right, we need some other grass in here and things. Maybe some clover. Or we could just make the density higher on the grass. Okay, so let's, I don't want to overdo it. We're going to save this. Let's see what we got. It's more than a lot. We get by with what we've got. All right, let's go over here. Let's play this.
People looking for a little bit more. We could get by with less. Never stopping to smell the roses when life is already blessed. I found in your
All right, what are we going to do? Ultra scenery.
so much more than this. You occupy every thought when I think of what we've got. What we've got, what we've got is more than a lot. Love in the middle is more than a little. What we've got, what we've
All right, we'll add these in.
don't need more than we are. We get by with what we've got. I may never be a rich man. All my fortune lies in you. Our love is all we need. Our love will get us through. The grass is greener on the other side. And honey, you are my pride. We've
Gotta pull our hair out more. The horse has got hair like, I've got this grass right in its eye. Like
what we've got is more than a lot. Love in the middle is more than a little. What we've got,
I think I'd like to have like bluebells or something instead of these
don't need more
daisies, but maybe I don't know. It's like,
we get by with what
all right, let's.
we've got. What we've got, what we've got.
All right, I'm not sure what I'm. Okay,
More than a lot.
I think I want to put more grass here.
With what?
So we go to the grass cover and we just bring the density up more, maybe. Come on. All right, so let's bring it up to like 20,000. 18,000.
What we've got.
All right. Now let's take a look and see if there's more grass. The grass is greener on the other side. Now there's a little more grass, but that's still not.
In all of life, there's one thing that's true. The feeling I get when I spend time with you. In all your splendor and love so tender. Emotions I feel.
Let's put some of these like kind of.
To the mountains, my spirit flies.
This riparian. Okay, that's not it.
Dreams I see in your eyes. So many times our reasons and rhymes make harmony and love that is free.
Let's do these plantains.
Love is when I'm with you. Love is the many things you do. Something for certain I know is this: you are the meaning of what love is.
Okay, I know it's
Love
wrong.
is deeper than any ocean. Love is stronger than any emotion. When time is over and love is spent,
We gotta bring the plantains
where love
down
went.
more. Okay,
Love is when
minus
I'm
400.
with you. Love is the many things you do. Something for certain.
and the same with the
I
daisies.
know is this: you are the meaning of what love is. Love is higher than any mountain. Love is deeper than any fountain. Something for certain I know is this: you are the meaning of what love is. What love is. You are, you are, you are, you are the meaning. You are the meaning.
Okay, this works.
What love is. What love is.
Okay, I'm gonna put some more grass. I'm gonna put another thing of grass in here.
What love is.
I'm gonna fix her hair first.
You are.
Okay, and I gotta fix her hair up here too. There's something wrong there. So we gotta grab the hair. Every time I think of working on this hair, I just get this, like I'm gonna ruin it kind of thing. But I just saved it. Okay, so. All right, so let's zoom back in and let's get precise with this again. All right, we have a problem up here. Now I have to lower this to like 8. So I don't select the back part there. And then we're going to try to get really precise with this here. We're going to grab it right there. And then I have to find out which, okay, the blue is the one. Okay, there's that. All right, that was very precise. Okay, now we have this area right here. All right, and which with blue is to pull it out. Okay. How about if we pull a little bit of this out too? Okay, and then something up here I don't like. All right, I'm not sure what it is. We're gonna kind of just push this in. That's too big. Let's go to 5. Let's go to 4. Which way, okay, is this? All right, blue is the one I want. Let's push this up in. Oh, see, now I'm ruining things. All right, this isn't, okay, I can't tell which way, which handle to grab. Okay. Blue. So let's go back so we can see what we're doing here. Let's push this up in. Push this up in. Push that down a little bit. Okay. I'm not sure if I fixed it, but let's go back to the camera. It's better than it was. Save this. There's still something weird there going on. Okay, so I'm going to go back and there's a little bit more to do. I think I got to push this part right there. Let's get back to our perspective mode. I think this has got to come down in like this. Okay. That's okay. No, there's something still wrong with it. Geometry Sculptor. Okay, we're back into the Sculptor. We gotta grab. Okay, we gotta select the hair again. Hair. Back here, perspective. It's like, don't stop until you fix it. Camera. Okay, I think that works. It's better than it was. And what do we got here? Okay. All right. Now I'm wondering about the color of everything, you know? That if I were to take the sky and just make it like a little bit yellow or something.
Many things in this world are precious, and we try to hold on to them, embrace them with all of our being, wonders beyond believing. Once His love is found, dreams will always abound in the meaning of a touch, in the love we need so much. Love is a beautiful thing. Love is a joy you bring.
Okay, we're gonna add another.
In every word.
I just don't like the way I can see through. I don't remember seeing through grass so much. All right, so we're gonna add another kind of grass in here. I just don't like the ground here. Seeing the ground right through it. So we'll go back here and we'll just add another grass. Another 16,000 pieces of grass, okay? And add okay. Plantains I brought down, okay, to the minus, okay? So we're gonna go to, what would this be? Grassland.
In all of life's glory,
let's bring this in, okay?
You are the greatest.
Now the thing is it will probably bring the grass in with the exact same seed as the other grass, so the grass is going to be in exactly the same places.
This is what dreams are made of. To hold you close to me.
So we change the seed. Now I have to make sure I have the right one. Okay, this is okay, so this is the one that's 10. So we go minus 400, I go 500.
Is all I desire. Your gentle mind I admire.
All right, and then we change the seed
Love is a beautiful
to
thing.
anything else so that they're all in different places than the other grass. Because it might come in with the exact same seed, usually it does.
In every
All right, now we have a lot more grass.
Your love is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Your love is a beautiful.
Now there'll be grass in here. That's what we wanted.
Beautiful thing.
I think it's done. What if we put a little bit of cloud, some misty, cloudy, kind of, a little bit of cloud in here now? How about some clouds? Save it. We're getting somewhere, people. We are. We're going to use this cloud, my favorite field cloud. Okay, and then we bring the cloud down. Down so it's not so high. Will it work? We move it around, move it back maybe. Up. I wish move actually worked in this thing. Let's see if that works. Save it. There's a little bit of morning dew. There it is. There's our scene. So, I think I'm going to change your eyebrows. They're a little too masculine. Okay, I think she's got unibrow. Yep, that's, no, they're not quite working. The eyebrows, so we'll cancel that. And you know, I could give her a little bit of redness in her cheeks, too. So, I think I'm going to leave her, like, her skin velvety. I'm not going to give her those. And also, notice these little lines here. Her body needs to be, the sub D needs to be brought up. Okay, little things to fix her. Make her kind of perfect. So we go here first to her. Let's bring the sub D up. So we go to parameters. 9. The sub D level, we'll bring that up to like 3 is at least good, and we'll bring this one all the up. Well, that one always brings that up, and so we're going to bring this, we'll bring the sub D level to 3, I think, here, and that one down to 3. I think sub D level 3 is usually enough. Okay. But I just, they're kind of connected to each other, and I always end up at 5, and then I have to wait until it switches it to 5, which takes a good while. Not a long time, but it's just the way it does it. It always fools me. Well, that was a sneeze. Okay, so we bring this down to 3. We bring this down to 3. See, now it pulls that one down. We bring this one up, okay, to 3. There. All right. There's that. So now she won't have those little kind of grooves in her arms, all right? And the shadows will be nice and smooth. Now let's give her... The eyebrows are bothering me the most next. So I'm just going to delete the eyebrows. I don't think I can use these eyebrow cards to change them. So I'm just going to give her, we're going to zoom in on her face and find the right style, and then we'll change the color of them. So where are eyebrows? I think those are my brows. Oh, I don't think I have her selected. That's what happens when you don't have them selected. Okay, okay, brows. Let's try that again. Oh, I don't like those. Once you have them in, then you can select the others, and I think they just replace them. Of these, okay, that's not brows. These are brows. Once you have this style, then you can select the eyebrows and just kind of go through them. No, I don't like those. They're just a little too much also. Now if I select the eyebrows, the eyebrow card, I can just come in and it will replace them. No, I guess not. Z. I think if I do it this way, maybe the H, I'm quite sure they will replace. No, I think that put 2 of them in there. I could be wrong. No, okay, this actually did work, okay, because I don't see another eyebrow card here. So it does work. If you select them, now I can just come through and just keep auditioning them, sorta. No, that's the keep going here. No. Well, they're the closest ones that I've kind of come to, but they're a little too thin, I think. No. What about this one? Nope. Well, they're not very low for low. They're the wrong color. Let's go and look at this from a distance. No, it's just too much for the eyebrows. Let's get closer. Just too much. That's too much as well. I'm going to have to go with something thin. That one might work. No, they're too kind of rounded. When you have really round eyebrows, they look kind of clownish. You kind of have to go for sort of the straighter look. Now this is a straighter look, I think. Let's see. Now she looks angry. Yeah, and they're too low. So this isn't going to be easy. The eyebrows are not going to be easy. Like mine. I'm not sure. I can't comment on yours. I think I need to find eyebrow card. It like she looks angry there. These don't look too bad. It gives a kind of the best of both worlds. They still look kind of big now. They're just too much. So what I think I found one that was sort of here. These thin ones at the beginning. That one works. It doesn't look too. I think so. We'll just change the color a little bit to make them. I don't know if that works or not. They're kind of hairy. They work, but then they don't. Let's keep going. Yeah, my eyebrows have always been I have like really, really long hairs that are like long enough to go down past my nose that grow out of my eyebrows, but they always seem like they're kind of still thin, that like my eyebrows just aren't there. Let's try this. This might work if I make them thinner. Let's go back and say, I think those work. I mean, not thinner, but if I can always make them like lower their opacity. I think those work. They don't look clownish, okay? And they don't look angry. So we just got to change the color of these now. So we found our eyebrows. We go back to perspective and let's edit the color now. Do what we did last time. Surfaces, eyebrows. We have two different colors, two different parts. The secondary is kind of hardly anything there. So it's mostly this primary eyebrow. So we kind of picked the color up in here, sort of. And we brought that up and lightened it. And let's do a little bit more lightening. There we go. Well, that's too light. It's too, I think they're too strong, but let's just go down here to our opacity. Just bring that down a little bit. All right, and I'm going to take this glossy color. And we're going to bring that, I'm not sure what to do. I think red. A little more red. And we're going to go like this. And like this. A little more red. What is going on here? The secondary, we take these. Now watch when I turn off the primary, the secondary, primary one. Okay, when I just turn it right off. There's like hardly anything left of this secondary one. Okay, I think that works right there. Just make them. Now this secondary one. It's kind of brownish. We're going to go with a little bit lighter and a little more red. Okay, I think that works. I'm not sure, but I think it's okay. And now we go back to our camera view. As long as we can see something there and it's like not just like she doesn't have eyebrows. Now I think we can give her a little bit of Genesis 9 now. We're going to go to our, with blush. This would be blush. Some color in her face. And apply the geoshell. And I think just on the side, the cheek left. Okay, this is lie center. Bashful. Cheek right. Eye corners. Widespread. Okay, we're going to go with this bashful. I think I'll do with a lie center. We'll try that. Okay, so we have to apply this to the blush effect. All right, lie center. Okay, now we have to take the lighting effect off. Surface. All right, we have this emission luminance. We're going to bring that down to 50. Okay, and then we'll take this color down a little bit to like here. Just want her to have a little bit of color. And then, okay, I think that's too much. So we go here back to this. All right. And then we see what our render looks like. And I think this is it. I think that's going to do it for us at 4 hours of our work here. 4 hours and 4 minutes and 39 seconds. Yeah. That's gonna do it. I think there's still... Yeah, this is going to do it for me. I'll be back in a couple more hours with another 5-hour video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, let's see. So, but this, I think, is going to do it for me. So I think there's still too much on her face here. So we can bring that down some. Would you like to cancel this render? It's just too much. I don't want her to look like a clown. So we just got to take that down some more. And we could bring the luminance down to like 25. And then take this color down a little bit more like this. There we go. Yep. I think this is it. So, thank you people for watching. We're going to play our little splash screen and I'll be back in a moment. I am back, and as promised, it is polka time. So get out your clogging shoes and make sure your neighbors downstairs are not right in the room that you are clogging in. So, but we got Sigmund and Marlowe. They are clogging away right now. They love their clogging song. So have a good night, Angus. Good night, Paul. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's very late for you, Paul. Thank you. My gosh, it's 6 p.m. It's my bedtime. See, now that looks perfect for her blush. So I think we've got it, people. I think we do. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on my video. Audio is cutting in and out. I hope not. It might be because I'm moving things around. I could be. So I hope you are all well and have a great. It is polka time. So again, thanks for the likes. Please subscribe. Click the bell for notifications if you'd like to be part of the chat. And thanks a lot. I hope this hair tutorial, look how nice her hair came out. It was really nice. So I will talk with you soon. Take care. Michael, thanks for hanging out for the whole tutorial. I know there's other people who have hung out as well, but I think this is your, might be your first long-term, like 4-hour tutorial with us. You've been with us right from, we were the second person in. Art has been here since the very big screen Rex. And we've had Admiral Snapbar was here. I'm not sure if you're still here, but thank you, Admiral, for checking in, dear friend. And Chaotic Diavol has been here since the beginning as well. Thank you, people. It's very nice. Chris Cox, I'm not sure if you're still here, but it's always wonderful having you here. And Art, you've been it's been a pleasure having you in the chat. Always is, Art. It's always wonderful having you here. Take care, people. I will see you again in the next EZ3DTV tutorial. Yes, he was here for a bit. Chris was here. Thank you, people. Have a lovely evening. I'm going to go watch some of my mysteries on TV, and I made a homemade pizza today. I might have a piece of pizza. So I'm going to go watch some TV, people. Much love. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. See you again very soon. Angus, have a lovely night. Angus, you are awesome. All right. Bye-bye for now.